Hey everybody, Matt Barton here with this week's Broker Minute or Two. This week in our sales meetings, we're covering some of this information, but I want to make sure for those of you that aren't able to attend sales meeting that you get at least a part of the sales meeting, which is going to be fantastic. Okay, listen, so I'm going to share my screen here. This is from a slide deck from NAR, which I thought was really great information. And part of the sales meeting this week is learning the dialogue, the key points that need to be able to be articulated to both buyers and sellers right now and for at least the next 6 months. And I think this is such a key point. So please get a screenshot of this, print this, make sure you have it in your mind ready to share with people when they ask what's going on with the market. This is a good time to buy, a good time to sell. These are some of the answers, right? So delayed sellers cannot wait longer. In this slide deck, it's talking about the pent-up demand that's been there for years, and especially in the last 2 years, and make some interesting points. During the last 2 years, 7 million new babies born, 3 million marriages, 1.5 million divorces, sad. 7 million people turn 65 years old. Which changes things significantly in their lives in many instances. 4 million deaths, 6 million net new jobs, 50 million job switches. So when we're talking with sellers and buyers, and they're asking those questions, this information about how much pent-up demand there is both applicable to buyers and sellers. And then I'm going to include this with, let me just come to this. This is one of the tools I use very often. Let me zoom in here so it's a little bit bigger, but this is the probability matrix maintained by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Let me just show you from Fred, the Federal Reserve website. This is where we are currently with rates. The Fed funds rate, the amount of the rate that they charge when they loan money to big institutions. And right now we're sitting at 5.33. So it's important to know that's our starting point. When we come to this matrix, this is when the Fed meets next. September 18th, 85% chance that we're going to stay in this 5 to 5.25 range, which is still going to be an improvement for current rates. But look at this, by the time we get to the November Fed meeting, there's a 69% chance that we're going to drop a 0.5 point. That's fantastic news, right? And then if you go to December, there's a 69% chance that we drop another 0.25 point. And then by January, there's a chance we're down a full 1.25 points. When you combine that with this information, one, if you care about your buyers, you should be telling them we need to get after it right now before money gets tremendously cheaper. The good news is if you have worked with one of our LOs at Lifetime Home Loans, we've got programs to not only move the rate down while you're under contract, but the ability to refi them for very little cost would be worth them getting a home now while the pricing is still cheaper, because all of these bullet points here are going to come to bear combined with additional pent-up demand when money gets cheaper. And for sellers, what a great dialogue to say, you're about ready to have a wave of buyers. There's no better time for you. And it's counterintuitive to get your home listed now. I'll just say this, there's going to be a period of time where those that have been prepared and prepared their buyers will be able to take care of this shift in the market and getting their buyers qualified and getting something under contract before that wave really starts to push through. And on the seller side, I've said this for a long time, Ron has said this for a long time, those that get their listing pool up are going to do very well in the next 6 months. So that's my broker minute or two for this week. Let's get after it. Enjoy the little bit of change in seasons, but don't take your foot off the pedal. Have a great week, and we'll talk soon.